Yo, yo, yo. What's the dealio, y'all? What's the dealio? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How everybody doing? If you tapping in with me, man, say what's up. Say what's up. Idea Productions, what's up? Said I lost 80 in SPY, 125 in IWM, not in that order. I'm dealing with things I have no control over, but I can control my emotions beforehand. Nah, most definitely. Most definitely. Them emotions will definitely get you. All right. Pete Bryant, what's up? Excuse me. What's up, Best Beezy? We about to lock in. Mark Quinn, what up? He said I'm all ears. What up, Shali? How you feeling over there? You doing good? Mississippi, shout out to Mississippi. I did good on spy calls today. There we go. Andres, what's up? How you doing? Dr. V in the building, what's up? QTZ, what up, Mike? Money Mike in the building. What up, Antoine? How you feeling? What was that? V Mile? Yeah, V Mile down. What's up? How you feeling? That's that Detroit talk. What up, though? What up, though? You from V Mile? You from Detroit? So what's up, Joy? How you doing? Hey, shout out to Joy. I saw you over there smacking IWM today. All right. So listen, y'all. We about to go over the market today. We got a half day tomorrow. Obviously, the market is closed on Thursday, and then we got Friday. We got Friday. We're going to the market will be open again. All right. I'm obviously not going to be going live on tomorrow or on Thursday. So all these levels and everything, you're just gonna have to kind of do your own charting on Thursday night to get ready for Friday. All right. So Rich Chick, how you feeling, Rich Chick? Hey, shout out to Rich Chick, man. You've been killing it. All right, you came in the Discord going crazy. What up, Terrence? What's up, Chaos? Cortez, what up? Pamela, how you feeling? Latoya, how you doing? How you doing? So listen, y'all, if you guys are tuning in, be sure to like this video real quick. All right. Let's get this video, by the time we get off this live, let's get this video to 100 likes. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about SPY, IWM, right, for tomorrow, and then some setups for tomorrow as well. Like I said, we have a half day. I may trade, I may not trade. All right. I don't fully know yet. I got to see what the price action is talking about. What I will say is, technically, the Santa rally begins tomorrow, and then on Friday, historically, Friday, the day after Christmas, is the most bullish day of the actual year. All right. So with that being said, that's something to keep in mind. Okay. Excuse me. Absolutely, 6 Mile Living. Okay, that's what's up. I ain't from there, but I recognize that. I recognize that talk. What up, Jerry? Millionaire Maker. What up, Doc? How you feeling? What up, J.R. Brown? How you doing? All right, yeah. So listen, y'all, we about to go over the charts, man. Nothing that I say in this video is financial advice. Everything is for educational purposes only. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to go talk to a licensed financial advisor. All right. So with that being said, man, let's go to the charts and let's go break this market down. All right. Now, before we do that, what I will say is, whenever there's half days in the market, it could get choppy, right? It could get choppy. Whenever there's a half day in the market, or whenever there's a gap up or a gap down, the market could get choppy. So please, 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 y'all, do not force anything tomorrow. All right? I'm going to say it one more time. Please, please, please do not force anything tomorrow. All right? If the setup ain't there, if the volume ain't there, just don't take the trade. All right? Don't go into Christmas Day trying to spend time with family and you thinking about how you just made a dumb decision and you just, lost $300 or whatever. All right? So please, 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 y'all, right? Don't make a dumb decision tomorrow. All right? Exactly, in low volume. Okay? Antoine said, I'm feeling good. Had my first trade today with you guys in the Discord. 32%. Yes, I posted in the profit section. Hell yeah, Antoine. And we going to do this every single day. All right? Every single day we get it in. If you guys didn't watch my video earlier, I broke down how we hit IWM. I was down in that trade by 63%, right? I was down in that trade by 63%, and we ended up, I hit 18%, and a lot of people inside the Discord, they were able to hit 100%, 50%, 70%, all of that good stuff. So we do this every day, y'all. We really do this. We ain't just saying it, right? So yeah. So if you guys are just now tuning in, let me know in the comments where y'all are tuning in from. All right, don't be no stranger. Also, like this video. All right, we're about to go over all the levels for the indexes, and we're gonna find some setups for tomorrow. All right. So I have my own historical month and year. That's right. And we're gonna rinse and repeat. Next year is gonna be a phenomenal year for everybody. All right. So let's finish out the year strong, and then let's go into this new year, with a lot of knowledge and wisdom, even stronger. All right. So, we got SPY right here. Okay. I told you guys, very simple, right? I told y'all it could pull back right here to 684, 685. The SPY came down to 683 today. All right. And then it bounced, right? And then I also set calls above 685.35, and look what it did. The weekly resistance was 685.88. Once it got above there, look what it did. It blasted off. All right, it went all the way up to 688. Okay, so we did our thing with that one, y'all. All right, we did our thing with that one. It was a beautiful situation, and it was a great setup. All right, shout out to Arkansas. What's up, JCNN? What up, Ash? How you feeling? D Goods, what up? Shout out to New York. So for tomorrow for SPY, what up, Dove? Hey, Detroit be rocking with me, man. It's a lot of people from Detroit. It's a lot of people from Detroit starting to find the channel. So shout out to all of y'all from Detroit, man. So tomorrow, we're going to say calls above 688.20. All right. If we get above 688.20 tomorrow, we can enter in the calls, and then we can ride it to the upside. All right. We got resistance at 689.24. So we got $1, and then we got all-time highs right here at 689.69. The real question is, do we hit all-time highs tomorrow or Friday, or do we reject? Right? That's gonna be the question. So if we don't get above 688.20, we could reject, and then we could come down tomorrow as well. So be on the lookout for a possible rejection tomorrow as well. All right, y'all. So be on the lookout for that. Let me go to the hourly. If we go to the hourly on SPY, let me go to the 30-minute as well. All right. So I'm gonna say a pullback area that you guys want to pay attention to is gonna be 685.92. All right. So pay attention. Pullback. Going to be 685.92. All right. So pay attention to 685.92, where SPY can pull back to. All right. So we could come up to 688.20. We could reject, and then we could come down. So I do want you guys to pay attention to that. If we get above it, you can enter in the calls. If we come below 687.40, that's going to be your support level, and then we could come down to 685.92. All right. So I would say puts below 687.20. So I'm going to say puts below 687.20. All right. Puts below 687.20. And then pullback area is at 685.92. All right. So, and then calls above 688.20. If we get up there and we reject, then puts at the rejection point, which is resistance, and then we could ride it back to the downside. All right. If that makes sense on SPY, y'all, let me know. If that makes sense on SPY, let me know. All right. Pittsburgh, baby. You're on two. Oh, I'm on the 2 days? Oh, shit. I thought I was on a 1 day. Let me see something real quick. The daily. Well, it's still the same levels. Yeah, it's still the same levels. Yeah. It's still the same levels, so we're good. Right? So all of those same levels, they're all good. So yeah, that's SPY. All right. Bay, what up, Bay to the A? How you feeling? From Atlanta, tapping in from Atlanta. What part of Atlanta you living in, bro? What part of Atlanta you living in? Told you Detroit, the TPC. A is Detroit, and then we got like the whole East Coast region, and then we got Houston. That's where most people from in the TPC is at. So it makes sense. All right. So next we about to go over IWM real quick. And listen, man, I gotta say, shout out to that IWM trade this morning, man. If you weren't in the Discord, you missed it. But man, this morning, that was a legendary trade, I must say. All right. I was down 63% on 0 day to expirations. All right. I was down 63% on 0 day to expirations. And what we do, we was able to smack it. Right? So shout out to everybody who caught that. I know it wasn't the most comfortable trade, but we was able to hit it. All right. So this is why I say the more you study, the less you worry, right? Because I study every single day and I'm paying attention to the charts, I know when it's time to get in and when it's time to stay out. It's really just a matter of how much patience do you have and how much are you willing to be uncomfortable if you know what you're looking at, right? He said Deep East Snellville. Oh, okay, you in Snellville. Whoo, that's up there. I know exactly where that's at. What up, Drew? How you doing? Ashley, she said shoot out to it was down 58% and she cashed out at 77% profit. Y'all see that? Listen, you can't be scared in the game. All right, you cannot be scared. As long as you know what you're doing and what you're looking at, and as long as you don't over leverage, you are going to be good. All right. So let's go over IWM, man. All right. So this I made my video. These are the notes for my video today. I got in a trade right here. It was on a failed 2-up on the 5-minute at the time. I got in too early. It popped back up. And then it came all the way up here. I was down 63%. Right? And then started to push down. It didn't get above the high of day, which was the first 15-minute candle. Held that market structure. We had a gap to fill to the downside, right? And then boom, right? We started to push down right here. Came down right here, came down right here. I took my exit right there, and we was good money. All right, so shout out to that trade, man. I was proud of that trade right there, right? Because it wasn't the prettiest at first, but that was a bomb trade when it was all said and done. All right. So, with that being said, so yeah, but as you guys can see, IWM chopped around today, right? IWM chopped around today. If we look at the intraday and the 15-minute, look at what we did, right? We just came up, came down, came up, came down. If you go to the 30-minute time frame, right, and you look at the 30-minute and you look at the 30-minute range right here, look at this right here. So we got this, and then we got this right here, okay? And so this is the day's range, and so we pretty much stayed inside the day's range, right? So we were kind of range bound today because we gapped down. We did have some moves, but we were range bound. So if you go to the daily time frame, just look at what the candle looked like, right? Couple spikes to the up and down side, but it didn't do too much. So let's see what we got today. I mean, for tomorrow. All right. Yeah, hit that like button, y'all. If you guys are tapping in, man, hit the like button. All right. Hit the like button. Like this video. She said, shout out to the play. I was down around 20%, took profit at 32. Yep. My biggest problem is not letting the trade run and taking profit too quick. Hey, it's all about time, right? So let me say this real quick. The more you experience the market, the calmer you become, right? Because I know how it feels to be down in a trade and then you're in the green and you up by 2% and you get out. And then what happens is you're dissatisfied with those profits. And then you see it run and you like, dang, I could have made 30, 40%, right? It's all about the understanding of the trade, the understanding of the market, the understanding of the levels. You see what I'm saying? So when you understand the levels and when you understand the market and like what's actually happening, it's easier to say, I know I was just down 80%. Well, that's crazy, but I know I was just down 50%, but now I'm up 5%. I see where the stock is going. Let me continue to hold, right? It's a different type of psychology when you understand that part right there. So it's okay that you took profit too quick, right? But as time goes on and as you get more comfortable, you're going to start to know when to stay in and when to get out, right? So don't beat yourself up. I used to beat myself up all the time, but you do just have to continue to show up so that way you can get your reps in, because the more you experience the market, the more experience you get in the market, right? The more you experience the market, the more experience you get in the market. And the more experience you get in the market, the better of a trader you're going to become. Y'all see what I'm saying? So it's like, please understand that, like, today it was very that was a ride. We went on a roller coaster ride today, right? But that's what my job is, right? You guys are saying, if you in the Discord, you saying, okay, I trust this dude enough to follow his lead, right? My job is to say, okay, when we're in a trade, follow me and we gonna get to the money, basically, right? So as you see how I do things, you're gonna get where you want to go. All right. Don't even trip about that. What's up, Phoenix Flower? So let's go to IWM, like I said. So for tomorrow, we gonna say right here, 253.21. right? 250, 321. Calls above 250, 321. All right. And then puts below 251.44. Puts below 251.44. All right. So if we get below 251.44, then we could enter in the puts. If we get above 253.21, then we could enter in the calls. All right. As simple as that on IWM tomorrow. I'm not expecting too much from the market, but what I will say on this hourly, look at this hourly chart, y'all. All right. This hourly chart is absolutely putrid. Okay. The wicks that I see here, this is complete indecision, right? And it shows on the daily time frame, right? Wicks and wicks, right? So with that being said, I want you guys to relax tomorrow and don't force anything. I keep saying that, right? But what I will say is this right here, what I will say is this right here could low-key be a bear flag, right? Boom. And then we got all these wicks, okay? And we got all these wicks, right? So it's not a lot of bodies. So this is a lot of volatility in this area, which means that there's buyers and there's sellers in this area right here. So if we stay in this range, all we're going to do is go up and down until we get a direction chosen, right? So if we get above like 250, 257, we could push to that 253. But if we get below like 251, 50, then we can start to push down to the downside. All right, so pay attention to that tomorrow. This area has a lot of buyers and sellers, which is why it kept going up and down, up and down. All right, a lot of wicks though, okay? This is a ton of wicks right here, so I would be careful on IWM tomorrow. All right, so let me know if that makes sense on IWM, y'all. If IWM makes sense, let me know. All right. Said I appreciate the encouragement. Absolutely. I want to see y'all win, man, for real. There'll be times you'll be up, then it go down, and be like, damn, I should have took profits. Yep. Happens every day. I started this year. April has been challenging, but I ain't letting up. You ain't supposed to, right? You ain't supposed to let up. You're supposed to show up consistently and get this money and, get to a point where you mastering the skill set. So, shout out to you, Phoenix Fowler. Keep doing your thing. All right. I might not trade till Monday. Exactly. Right. I might enter in some swings tomorrow, but we going to see. I do think Friday is going to be a strong day, but we going to see. All right. What up, Stoic Trader? He said, TPC family stay on point with the teacher coach like you. I hit on NVIDIA, IWM, and PM. Hey, for sure, Stoic Trader. You on the way, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, the biggest thing, I tell you guys, stay consistent, keep showing up, right? Those are two big things, right? Be consistent at showing up because the market is changing every single day. So if the market is changing every single day, if you aren't showing up consistently, you're not going to have a pulse to the market, right? There's a reason why I'm so effective. The reason is because I show up every day. So when I show up every day and I'm studying every day, it's hard to lose, right? I told all of y'all the market was most likely going to come down today, right? Who remembers when I said the market is most likely going to come down today? If y'all remember when I said that yesterday, let me know in the comments, right? Let me know in the comments if y'all remember me saying that yesterday. Right? Let me know. What up, Britt? How you doing? said that yesterday, y'all. I said the market looked like it's coming down, and I told you exactly why. This morning, what did it do? The market gapped down, right? The reason is because I show up every day. And because I show up every day and I'm studying every day, it's a lot easier for me to understand what's going on, right? So keep that in mind, all right? So when you show up every day, it's hard to lose, all right? So let's go over QQQ as well. We kind of good on time, so I'll go over QQQ also. QQQ had a great day today. This is beautiful right here. 212. Yeah, this is beautiful right here. This is a 212 setup. Could have got in right here from 620 to 621. Could have made some solid bread. On the 30-minute, a 2-2 reversal. Boom, to the upside. Excuse me. Came up to this order block right here. I told you guys yesterday. I said calls above 621. We barely got above it. We came all the way down first. We gapped down and then we pushed all the way up. Right? So for tomorrow, but I also told y'all it could pull back to 617. Right? Who remembers when I said QQQ could pull back to 617? Right? This is what I said. Puts below 617, which is a pullback area. It gapped down here, came down to this fair value gap, and it bounced and it went to the upside. All right. So we basically just traded yesterday's range. All right. Who remembers when I said it could come down to 617 and it could bounce? If y'all remember that, let me know. All right. The reason why I ask these things is because I want to make sure that you guys understand how this stuff goes, and I want to make sure that you guys are getting this in your head, right? Because the day is gonna come where you're gonna be fully autonomous, and you're gonna be doing this all on your own, right? And you're gonna be confident in it. See, there was a point in time where I wasn't confident in the things, even though I felt like I knew it, right? So I want you guys to understand that sometimes I go slow in these lives, and I really I break it down to the smallest molecule because I want to make sure that you guys are understanding this stuff, right? I want to make sure that you guys are really getting this stuff, so that way you guys can go do this on your own. All right, that's the whole goal of this. All right. Cyrus, he said, very different. Been getting cooked since January. Let's get it. Hey, Cyrus, have you been getting cooked since January and you've been following me since January? You just need to join the Discord so you're not getting cooked no more. You see what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to be watching all of these videos, right? Not being in Discord and you still getting cooked, right? And I say that with love, right? Please understand that. Don't suffer in silence, y'all. I say this all the time. Do not suffer in silence. If you getting cooked, right, you got to think, how much money have you lost in comparison to what you could have paid to join the Discord and actually make money and then learn this stuff, yo, right? So don't let your pride get in the way. Don't let your ego get in the way, right? Make sure you're not suffering in silence. Come learn this stuff so that you could come change your life forever. Next year should not be like this year. All right? In a year, don't be where you was. All right? Real talk. All right? Yeah, I'll look at that in a few. Stoic. Get my bread up so I could join. Okay, let's get it. What's up, Brittany Amir? How you doing? So, QQQ, right? QQQ. So we got calls above 622.44, 42. All right, calls above 622.42. All right. Could be a nice run. And then we got, I would say puts below 617, but we just came down there today. So I don't think we're gonna go down there. We could get a fake out, but let me go to the 30-minute real quick. Excuse me. So we got a lot of pullback areas. We got a lot of fair value gaps where the market could come down to tomorrow. We are in this order block on the 30-minute time frame. So, hey, we could reject tomorrow and we could come to the downside. So I'll say pullback areas to pay attention to. We got 621.72. All right, 621.72. And then we got 621.42. And then we got 620.86. All right. So these are the areas where QQQ could pull back to tomorrow. We also got this area right here, which is a little bit bigger at 619.71. Okay. So these are areas where we could get a pullback tomorrow. Or we could just, pop up. But we're right here in this fair value. This order block right here. So we could reject tomorrow and then come down, right? We don't know what's going to happen. So we just got to be on our P's and Q's, and we got to make sure we know what's going on and we paying attention. All right? So if that makes sense, let me know, y'all. Let me know in the comments if QQQ makes sense. D Goods, what up, says salute, still learning the charts. TPC showing the way. 20% IWM, 27% MAR yesterday. There you go, D Goods. You can't lose, right? You cannot lose. Joy said, I could promise you what you pay, you get it back within a day or two. Hey, I can't make this stuff up, y'all. Right? At this point, I can't make this stuff up. It's too many people winning. It's too many people changing their life. It's too many people making actual money, right? I'm not coming up here showing how much I'm making. I'm actually showing you guys, right, the results that other people are having. Because it ain't about how much money I make. It's about how much money I can help other people make, right? That's the real true testament or metric of, a successful individual, right? How many lives can you change? How many results can you create in the world, right? That's not just you. Because I promise you, it is easier for me to go trade and make money by myself than it is to actually help teach other people, right, how to trade and actually make money. You see what I'm saying? It is way easier for me to be selfish, focus on me and make money than it is to help other people. So my true metric of success is how many people can I help make money in the stock market, right? That is my metric. All right. So are you going to do another giveaway anytime soon? I like to give a sub as well. Started in March and I finally became profitable. I 3x my account, even a family gifts for the first. Wow. Hey, everybody shout out to Key. Hey, that's amazing. We could do another giveaway this weekend. Key, either email me or email me or message me inside the Discord, and I'm gonna have you send me the money, and then we gonna do another giveaway. All right. Excuse me. So Key just said, and Key don't even be talking like that, right? But they just said they 3x their account. They started in March and now they're profitable, right? So be sure to message me in Discord or email me. I'm gonna have you send me the money, and then we're gonna do another giveaway. All right. If you send me the money tonight or tomorrow, then we'll do a giveaway this coming up Sunday for somebody else. All right. So shout out to Key. All right, real talk. Shout out to that. That's amazing. Um, Ashley said I'm taking my first. She says changing my life, taking my 4th international trip this year. Tomorrow, there we go. 3 from Trading Profits. Hey, shout out to that, Ash, for real. Like, that's beyond amazing, beyond excellent, everything, right? So, listen, I get so happy when I hear these things, man, because this is what it's about, all right? It ain't about me. It's about y'all, right? Email Samel said, this is Britton. I've been watching you on your YouTube and you already changed my life. You see what I'm saying? I appreciate that, right? I'm glad I'm able to be a vessel for you guys, all right? Life is about being selfless. I'm a giver. You know, naturally I am a giver. So, American Khalifa, you started it, right? You started it. So you started the giveaways. So shout out to American Khalifa. Yeah. So if anybody else wants to gift anybody a month for the Discord, just email me or message me inside of the Discord, and we could set that up. We could do this for every week, for the next month. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Chaos said, that's a true brother. Thank you for you. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. All right, so let's go fishing and let's go find some setups for tomorrow. All right. Yeah, if you serious, we gonna see what happens with NVO tomorrow. I was looking for a rejection today. They did not take profits yet and sell off, so we gonna see what happens with NVO. Right now in aftermarket, after hours, they are up by 14 cents, so they could go up tomorrow. So we gonna see. All right. Robinhood gap down. We got a Dragonfly Doji right here. So Robinhood could be coming up. We got a failed 2 down on Hims. We got a double 1 bar on Lululemon. All right. So I'm going to put Lulu on my list, y'all. All right, we got double inside on the day. Let me know what this means, y'all. What does 2 1 bars mean? Excuse me. What do 2 1 bars mean? If you see 2 1 bars back to back, what does this mean right here? You tell me what this means. All right? When you see this setup, you should be waiting for it to trigger every single time. What does this mean right here, y'all? Said, by the way, The Go Giver is an excellent read. Yeah. I read that back in the day. That is a good book. When we see double 1 bars, it means we got an explosion coming. Okay? So we came down and filled this gap, and then we stayed and we kept holding on to this level. So it's looking like Lulu is about to go to the upside. All right, so I'm going to be looking at Lululemon tomorrow. APLD. APLD, let's see. So APLD might blast off to the upside because we're inside of this area of liquidity right here. This is where buyers are coming into play. So APLD could be going to the upside. So I'm going to be looking at APLD to the upside potentially. Said big move incoming, blast off. Yep, exactly. So I'm looking at Lululemon. What's up, Tanvers? How you doing? Intel. So we got a failed two down, but we got a lot of selling pressure right here. So I'm not really gonna mess with Intel. It's not, this setup ain't clean enough for me. We got OKLO. All right, so OKLO, 1 bar, but I don't know. I don't really like this setup. The spacing on the daily. I don't really like it. Dell. Key said I sent you an email. Okay, I'll check it when I get off this live. All right, so Dell is on a 1 bar right here. So if you want to trade Dell tomorrow, it's on a 1 bar. Apple, is that a failed two down? It looks like it. Yeah, Apple is on a failed two down off of this order block right here. Okay, and I think I saw a lot of flow on Apple. 273. Let me look at Apple real quick for the flow. We're gonna go to flow for Apple. Let's see how much flow we got on Apple real quick. And just so y'all know, this is what I would be doing if I wasn't on live. I'd probably be laying in the bed doing this right now. So this is literally what I do when I'm charting. All right. So we're going to go to Apple. Negative 20 million. So January 2026. All right. So we got a lot of January 2026 orders being placed, but let me filter this joint real quick. Let me go over a milli. Let me go to calls. So we got $1 million for January 2026. Let me say 7 days. All right. That's 23. Let's go to from yesterday to today. Let's see. All right. Boom. All right. So there's a lot of puts on Apple. There's a lot of calls, but it's, a while out. So Apple could have a big move, but we'll see. Apple is on a failed two down right here, so we could come up to 274 tomorrow, which is a $2 move right here off this order block. So I'm going to put Apple. I'll let you know the Lulu levels in a minute. We got Oracle. See what Oracle doing. They came down a little bit. All right, bounced off this fair value gap. We got failed two down on AMD. Google went crazy. I told you guys that this is something that looks very bullish. Y'all remember that, right? I said calls above the high at 310, and it went crazy today. So shout out to everybody that made money with Google. I think it could keep going up as well. So this looks pretty good. We could get some continuation tomorrow or on Friday. Netflix. I'm not looking at Netflix for real. Oh, wow. But this looks like a good setup, though. Look at this, y'all. We got a failed two down and we got a liquidity grab, right? If you are inside of the Prosperity Collective and you use the tools that I tell you guys to use, then you will know what this means right here, okay? So I'm actually going to put Netflix on my list for tomorrow. Okay, to the upside, I'm going to say a failed, 2 down, plus liquidity grab. All right. Boom. Yeah, if Netflix gets above 93.84, enter in the calls. Okay? Calls above 93.84 on Netflix tomorrow. All right? Calls above 93.84 tomorrow on Netflix. We got Nvidia. They went crazy today. There's no resistance at all. So Nvidia could come and touch 195 tomorrow or Friday. So I'm going to look at Nvidia tomorrow as well. They might gap up too. They might play us and gap up and then take the move away from us. But bullish. All right. We got bullish continuation on Nvidia. This is a layup if we continue to just go up. So Affirm looks like they could be coming down. They just rejected off this order block right here. So Shopify, let's see, failed 2 down. I'm not going to mess with it. Tomorrow, Uber. I talked about Uber yesterday. They came in, they didn't fully fill the gap, but they did come down some. We got Palantir, failed 2 down, area of liquidity. So if Palantir gets above 195.39, then you could enter in the calls and you could ride it up to 198. All right, to 198. So yeah. So that's what we got on Palantir. Newbie said, I'm struggling to get in when it reaches the call or put level. It moves fast. Sometimes I feel that I will be chasing. Other times I'm not confident enough that will keep it going. So let me say this, right? Newbie trader, newbie Matty. You got to understand what a break and a retest is. All right. Don't ever feel like you chasing. If you feel like you chasing, it's not time to get in that trade. And like, I can't tell you everything in this one video, right? This is also why I recommend y'all to join the Discord, because you are going to understand all of this stuff a lot faster. You see what I'm saying? So, and you're going to be able to live trade with us as well. And all those questions that you get asked while we're actually trading, they will be able to get answered. So, you know, like, you got to understand, the break and the retest, if I'm just being honest. All right, Dr. B made money on Google. Tanveris just joined. Yeah, check out those levels when we get off. All right. What up, 808 Banga? What up, Mr. Colorado? How you feeling? What you think about NBO leaps? Hey man, you gotta stop saying you an old man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Mr. Colorado, right? You got that young OG spirit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no old man. I don't know an old man that be trading. You know what I'm saying? My grandpa was an old man, but he wasn't trading. You see what I'm saying? So you ain't no old man. You know what I'm saying? You sharpen the mind, and that's what makes you still young. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. All right. I'm not really looking at Zevia. All right. Would you suggest a swing on Nvidia? I mean, nothing that I say is financial advice. But if we look at their chart, right? If we look at their chart, look, we have no resistance, right? But you got to also understand the time to like enter into a swing. I'm not saying you can't swing them, but the time to enter into a swing was kind of like when they were over here, right? I did a video about accumulation, the cycles of the market, right? And if you guys remember, I was talking about the accumulation phase, the distribution phase, and the public participation phase, right? And so this is the area where everybody says they're going to get into swings, right? But the big money, the institutional buyers, they got into swings down here. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you could get into swings, but you're getting in when it's obvious. So for me, I would just day trade them because they could gap down, right? Like we don't know what they're gonna do, and so if your expiration date isn't aligned, you could get cooked, right? Because a lot of the move was made right over the last 3 days. Okay, so I would just focus on day trading them above resistance and then ride them to this next order block. All right. I'm gonna look at USAR. Just let me get through my list first. All right. So we went over Palantir, Carvana. They look like they bouncing. Nike. They are on a failed two down. Tesla look like they coming down. SoFi. Let's see. SoFi is on a failed two down right here. I might trade them tomorrow. Right? Listen, y'all. I say this all the time. Enter in trades before it is obvious. Right? Who has heard me say that before? Who has heard me say enter in a trade before it's obvious? Right? When a stock just ran up by 5%, that's probably not the time to enter into the trade. The time to enter into the trade was before, right? So I can't say this enough, right? Don't get cooked because you see a stock broke out, you're not in the trade, and now you want to get in. Because after a stock makes a big move, what happens? It either consolidates or it pulls back, right? This is how the game goes. This is just how the game goes, right? So you got to understand how to get in a trade before it is obvious. I say this all the time, all right? So, next, we got Lyft. Where they at? So Lyft, they coming up and down right here. Circle. We got Amazon. Amazon look like they trying to come up. We could see them come up to like 233 tomorrow, potentially higher. In phase, Core Weave. Let's see. 2. All right. If Meta gets above 666 tomorrow, it could blast off to like 672. This would be a 312 bull reversal. So Meta could be a nice move tomorrow. Tesla look like they coming down. If Tesla gets below 482.97, then we enter in the puts. Adobe, SMCI. Who else? MRK went crazy. VRT had a flat day. VRT, they look like they about to go crazy tomorrow. I'm going to look at VRT. They on a bullish 3 bar. All right. Celsius at Marvell. Marvell is on a bullish engulfing. They're on a 3 bar. So I'm going to look at them. 3-bar bullish. All right. Soundhound, they was down today. Let's see. If y'all are watching this, be sure to like this video. All right. Let's get these likes up. All right. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. Okay. Delta Airlines, Citigroup, UAL, DoorDash, ANET, FedEx. Let me see. This went crazy. TSM, MU. Let's see what MU did. Ooh, okay. MU looks like they might go up tomorrow. They might go up tomorrow. I don't know. So I'm not gonna go too crazy today. I'm gonna focus on. Said the screen ain't flowing. Dang. Yeah, YouTube hating right now. So I'm gonna focus on Netflix and Lululemon tomorrow. If I take a trade, because I like those setups a lot. All right, is it still buffering for you guys? If it's still buffering, let me know. If it's still buffering, let me know, y'all. All right. I'm gonna focus on Lululemon. As long as the spreads are decent, I'm gonna focus on Netflix. I think Netflix is gonna be good. Let me see how much. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't even know. Yeah, I didn't even know. I'm just trying to get these setups out for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that it's all buffering and stuff like that, y'all. Okay. But like I said, I'm focusing on Lululemon and I'm focusing on Netflix tomorrow. I like those setups, and I think that they could do well. All right. So let's go over USAR for my guy Stoic Trader. USAR. Let's see. So USAR, we have a failed to up, but we rejected off this area twice. So we really could come down, right? So if we get below 1367, I would say enter in the puts, and then we could come down to like 1325. All right. But if we get above, we really got to get above like 1481 to go to the upside. So it looks more like a downside play in the short term than a long term upside play. So I would just say puts below 1367, honestly, for USAR. Y'all said it stopped? Okay. Yo, that's crazy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's doing that. But hey, right? This is the tool that we got. And so, You know what I mean? I don't know. So, like I'm saying, I'll say it one more time. Um, I'm gonna be focusing on Lululemon tomorrow and also Netflix tomorrow. Okay. I know, right, Pamela? When we start talking about money, 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 it start acting funny, 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 right? That's crazy. D Clark, are you using Lux Algo? Let me know if you're using Lux Algo. Because if you're using Lux Algo, you'll see that liquidity grab as well. YouTube been tripping all week, but we still up though. I'm telling you, ain't nothing gonna stop this, right? Ain't nothing gonna stop this. This is also why, if you're only on YouTube, you want to join the Discord because technology don't mess up on in Discord. You see what I'm saying? So that's another reason why. All right, excuse me. So those are the setups. It's going to be a short day tomorrow. I keep saying this, right? So be sure to don't do nothing crazy. Don't do nothing stupid. All right? I can't say that enough. Don't go into Christmas mad because you took an L that you didn't have to take. I would rather you guys just protect your cash and just hold on because January is next week. All right? January is next week. I went over Tesla already. I think it was buffering. So I said to the downside, it looks like it's coming to the downside tomorrow. Um, Let me pull them up. She said AAL. What you know about AAL, Lorraine? What you know about American Airlines? Right? So Tesla right here. If we get below 482.71, then you could enter in the puts, and then we could be coming to the downside. All right. So and then AAL. They just dropped. Okay. They could bounce right here at 1541 tomorrow. So be sure to that's your level 1541. If it gets below 1541, then it's gonna come lower. But if it bounces, then it could come back to the upside. All right. Um. So yeah. Hey, D Clark, you gotta get Lux Algo. I'm telling you, right? I'm telling y'all. If y'all listen, if y'all haven't got Lux Algo, I'm gonna look you dead in the eye and I'm gonna say you missing out. I'm not an affiliate for them or nothing. I just know the power of the tool. All right. So if y'all don't want to get this money, then don't get Lux Algo. All right. But if you in a Discord and you don't have Lux Algo, you dead wrong. You dead wrong. Right? How you in a Discord, I'm telling you exactly what to do to be successful, and you ain't getting it. Right? So come on now. Get Lux Algo. It's a pay indicator. I did a whole video on it. All right? You go to luxalgo.com. Netflix calls above 93.84. Calls above 93.84, y'all. All right. Um, NBIS. Let's see what they got. Nebius. Let's see what's up with Nebius. It looks like indecision. It looks like a battle between the Bulls and the Bears. I wouldn't really trade this setup right here. I wouldn't really trade this setup right here, if I'm being honest, because it's not explosive enough for me. right? It's in between too much. So that's just me, right? They're in this fair value gap on a daily, so they could bounce. So yeah, I trade AL almost every day. Oh, okay. Okay, so you found you a little your little go to. That's what's up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, my go to is IWM. I like Google as well. I miss Google today. I'm kind of mad about that, but I was a little preoccupied with IWM. Right? IWM was trying to see. IWM was trying to take my money, but I was like, no. I know what you're trying to do. I'm not falling for your games. You see what I'm saying? I'm not falling for your games. I'm not giving you my money today. Give me the money, right? So IWM was playing games today. So usually I'd be in and out a lot quicker, but I have patience. So market gonna test your patience, right? The market gonna test your patience. So that's NBIS. I gave you the Netflix levels. Lululemon has a double inside bar, double inside candles on a daily. So, Q teacher, she said, yeah, he's right about the Lux. I don't have the equilibrium on my chart though. How do I get that to show up? Listen, go to the indicators tab and go to the Lux Algo settings and just make sure all of the settings are right exactly copied. And in your equilibrium zones, they should show up. I don't know what your settings are right now, but if you have the settings just like how they are in the indicators tab, then your equilibrium zone should show up. All right. And if it don't show up after that, then all you have to do is just ask me in the Discord, and then we'll figure it out. Okay. So yeah. Go. Let me show y'all real quick, right? I'm gonna show you. I've been trying to for the free version. I'm telling y'all. See, and that's the thing. So I know. So you try and get the free version, right? You can get the full free for 2 weeks. They have a 2 week trial, so you can use Lux Algo for 2 weeks before you have to pay. So you gotta think about it, right? This 2 week trial, you'll be able to make enough money to pay for your Lux Algo. One trade, you'll be able to make, it's like $70 a month. One trade off of Lux Algo, you'll be able to make $100. You withdraw that money and then you go pay for your Lux Algo for a month. Now you got a whole month to use Lux Algo, and then you could go make $2,000, $3,000, and now you ain't got to worry about it again, right? This is how you got to start thinking, y'all. All right? The free version of anything is only going to give you free version capabilities. You want to get full capabilities so that you can see everything, right? And you could be able to make this money. All right? So let me show you this video. All right. IWN didn't want to come to I know they was playing games. They was trying to take my money, man. I couldn't do it. I said my patience is gonna overrule the amount of money that you're trying to take from me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say you got to study how these stocks try to take your money, and then the more you study, the less you gonna get your money taken. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So we're gonna go to right here real quick. Right? So look at this, right? So we got, where is it at? This video right here. Okay? This video right here. My secret weapon for better entries and bigger profits. The Lux Algo video. All right? So go to my video tab. My secret weapon for better entries and bigger profits. All right? Go watch that video right there. That's my Lux Algo video. All right? So, all right, y'all. So listen, I'm not going live tomorrow. I'm not going live on Thursday for obvious reasons. I hope all of y'all have a great Christmas, right? I hope all of y'all have a great Christmas weekend, and I hope all of y'all have a great, Friday and weekend as well, Christmas weekend. We will be going live on Sunday. Um, Key emailed me, so I will uh, I will get the money, and then we will probably do a giveaway on Sunday again. So, with that being said, somebody next week will win a free month to the Discord as well. All right. So, shout out to that, man. Absolutely, Mark Quinn. Thank you guys. Thank all of y'all who be tapping in, man, on a daily basis. We be spending a lot of time together. So, I appreciate all of y'all's time. I hope that this is time well spent for all of you guys. I hope that you guys consistently get things from these videos, these lives, and all of the videos that I do. All right. Yeah, the market closes early tomorrow. I've been telling you guys that all live, so don't do nothing crazy. All right. So yeah, you guys have a great night. You guys have a great Christmas. Good luck trading tomorrow as well. If you're in the Discord, I will see you in the morning. If you are not, be sure to join the Discord so you could come really learn how to trade this system. All right. So like I always say, make sure you get up out your head, go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right. Get up out of your head, y'all. And like I always say, I want y'all to all say it with me, all right? The more you study, the less you worry, man. All right? So look, they have a special thing going on for an annual subscription. I got it for a year. There we go. Yeah, get that year-long Lux Algo. All right? So listen, y'all, the more you study, less you worry. You guys have a great evening. You have a great Christmas. You have a great Christmas weekend. All right. God bless all of y'all. Well wishes. I hope you guys are in great spirits no matter what. I know the holidays can mean different things for different people. All right. Y'all stay smooth. Y'all have a great day, great night, great weekend. Peace.